Most goalkeepers think it's all about talent or confidence or just working harder than everyone else. But after 20 years in goal, I can tell you that's not what separates the smart goalkeepers from the struggling ones. It's the little things, the small habits you never see in highlight clips, the quiet decisions that change everything. Let's dive into point number 1. You ever feel like you need to do something big just to get noticed? Like sprinting off your line to show that you're a sweeper keeper, or going for a cross that's way too far out just to prove that you're brave or aggressive or modern? Yeah, I've been there too, especially in trials or after a mistake. Basically every time I felt I had something to prove, and most of the time it didn't go well. I'd rush out thinking that's my ball, then halfway there I'd realize nope, the striker gets there first, goes around me, and I'm left standing there looking stupid. All because I was trying too hard to do something impressive. But smart goalkeepers, they don't play like that. They don't fly out every through ball just to look modern. They don't go for every cross just to look good. They play their own game. They know what they're good at. They make smart choices and they wait for the right moments instead of chasing them. So the next time you think you have to do something big just to stand out, stop, take a breath, stick to your game, not Neuer's, not anyone else's, yours, and let the game come to you naturally. Alright, so you're now calmer, you're not chasing the game anymore, and that's a big step. But here's where a lot of goalkeepers still get stuck, because even when you stop forcing the game, you still have to be ready for the moments that do come your way. And most goalkeepers, they're not. Let me show you why in point number 2. I had a teammate once, clean technique, quick hands, great footwork, always sharp in training, every dive was so clean and every movement looked so smooth. Coaches, they absolutely adored him, but then match day came and anytime there was a bad bounce or a scrappy situation in the box, he struggled. And I used to think, wait, what? Hey, how's that even possible? He's so good in training. But then I realized something. He only trained the things he was already good at, and the stuff that he wasn't so good at, he avoided. And hey, I'm not judging him. I used to do the exact same thing, because let's be honest, training your strengths just feels good. You make clean saves, you feel confident, you leave the session thinking, yep, I crushed another training session. But then match day shows up, and suddenly it's not a perfect drill. It's not clean service. It's not just your strong side. It's absolute chaos. And that's why smart goalkeepers also train ugly. They work on the stuff that doesn't feel as good. The side where landing hurts. The goal kicks not reaching the halfway line. The stuff they don't want to post on Instagram. And yeah, it's frustrating. It's messy. It doesn't feel good in the moment, but trust me, it helps. So if you want to train like a smart goalkeeper, stop building your sessions around what feels good and start building them around what needs work. That's how you grow as a smart goalkeeper. Alright, so you're now training the stuff that actually needs work and you're starting to think like a smart goalkeeper. But there is one more habit that separates smart goalkeepers from everyone else, and most goalkeepers never even think about it. Let's dive into point number 3. And let me ask you something. When you watch a match back, what are you actually looking for? Is it your saves, your big moments, the one time you made a mistake? Because that's what I used to do too. I'd rewatch my games just to see how I looked, check if my dives looked sharp, if I messed anything up. I wasn't really learning anything, I was just judging myself. But then, one day, I had a coach who changed everything. He said, forget the saves, forget the mistakes, watch the stuff in between. At first, I was like, what do you even mean, man? He goes, did you look over your shoulder before the pass came? Were you in the right position for that cross? Did you move up when your backline did? And I just sat there like, dude, I have no idea. But that's when I realized I wasn't studying myself like a goalkeeper. I was watching like a fan. But smart goalkeepers, they study their game like a coach would. They're not just asking, did I make the save? They're asking, was I in the right position before the shot even came? They look at their shape, their communication, even their body language after a goal, because that's what actually makes all the difference. So the next time you watch a game back, don't just look at the big moments, look at the habits, look at the details, look at the stuff a coach would notice. That's how you actually learn, and that's how smart goalkeepers improve. Alright, so now that you're not just training harder, but you're thinking smarter, you're watching your game back like a coach would, and that makes a huge difference. But even then, there's one moment most goalkeepers never train for, and it's usually the one that hurts the most. Let's talk about that in point number 4. I remember one game where I gave away a soft goal early. Didn't even do that much wrong. I just misread a bad bounce. But after that mistake, I wasn't the same. I stopped talking, I played nervous, and every time the ball came near me, it felt 10 times heavier. And I've seen this over and over again with young goalkeepers. One mistake and everything falls apart, not because they're suddenly bad goalkeepers, but because they don't know how to move on. But smart goalkeepers, they're already ready for those moments. They know mistakes will happen. That's a part of the game. We all make them. The difference is how you respond. And smart goalkeepers, they have a plan for that. Maybe it's a deep breath or a short shout to your defenders. Just something simple that says, hey, don't worry, I'm still here. Let's go again. The next time you make a mistake, and you will, don't freeze. Don't overthink it. Don't carry it into your next action. Use your reset button, refocus, and keep playing like nothing happened. That's what smart goalkeepers do, and it's something you can train starting right now. Okay, so you found your way to reset. You're not letting one goal ruin your entire game. You're calmer, you're smarter, you're stronger mentally. Good job. But even then, there's one super important thing that holds most goalkeepers back. Let me show you what I mean in point number 5. When I was 15, I didn't have a goalkeeping coach, no private sessions, no fancy facilities, just a ball, a field, and a wall that barely bounced the ball back. But I still trained almost every day, not because someone told me to, not because I always wanted to, but because I knew I needed it. And looking back, although it's more than 20 years ago, that season, it changed everything for me. Why? Because I learned to train on my own. And most goalkeepers, they wait for better coaching, wait for perfect sessions, wait for someone to tell them what to do. But smart goalkeepers, they take responsibility, they find a way, build a routine, and stop making excuses and start training. And if you're ready to start training smarter, even without a coach, it's exactly why I built the Ultimate Self-Training Program. It gives you a full plan, step-by-step drills, and a system you can actually follow. No guesswork, no fluff, just smart training that works. So if you want to improve faster than ever before without needing to rely on anyone else, the link is in the description.